Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just gonna get right into this insecure review because we got to do two. Low key losing it. That was episode 4. No, yeah, that was episode 4. So I'm going backwards because I missed episode 3. Low key thankful. So this is an insecure review for season 4, episode 3. Low key thankful. We start out with Lawrence. He's standing in the mirror doing his Issa thing, talking to his mirror bitch. And he's prepping, I guess, for a speech that he's going to give. I don't know. He's trying to get a raise. Trying to get a promotion, I should say. And so he's in there talking. Condola spent the night. And, you know, they're talking about Thanksgiving and what their plans are going to be because neither of them have family around. And she's like, oh, well, I'm hosting a Friendsgiving, you know, at my house for my friends. And he's like, oh, you want me to come? And she's just like, you want to come? Okay. Just uninvited yourself to my stuff, but okay. She just, you know, brushes that off. Lawrence, he gets to work and gets to, you know, trying to have his meeting or whatever. And the lady was like, oh, they canceled it. They're not going to be able to do it today. I'm sorry. Lawrence is in the car with his friend, you know, the one that just be talking reckless. I still don't know what his name is. I keep forgetting to pay attention to that. I don't even know if they said it, but they're riding around and, you know, he's just telling him about how, he just feels like he you know, he wants more. You know, like, okay, now he's here. Okay, I need a promotion. Because the job, they are laying people off. And so now nobody's really going to get promotions. Nobody's going to get nobody's going to get promoted. So he don't want to stay in the same position. And he ends up running into Issa at a coffee shop. Issa's already there. And he runs into her and they just stand there and joke back and forth. And it was so, you know, the chemistry between them, I love. But yeah, they just sitting there joking about movies. And Condola walks in and she's like, oh, hi, guys. I guess he was meeting her. But she wasn't there yet. And then it gets awkward, of course, seeing them. And so Issa leaves. But on her way out, she turns back around and they hug. And I know her feelings hurt because they ain't been broken up that long. Issa and Molly grocery shopping, and they just, you know, randomly walking around, and all of a sudden they just start throwing digs at one another. Issa. Issa said Molly wanted to invite Andrew over because Molly's gonna have Thanksgiving at her mom's house. And she wanted to invite Andrew, and well, she asked, should she invite Andrew? And Issa was like, so you can turn into old Molly and run him off? Nah, girl, y'all only known each other like 3 months, so just relax. Just cool it. Which was probably true. I mean, you know your friend, but she said it so it was kind of harsh how it came off. And because Molly was just standing there, and then they had a back and forth with words, you know, throwing a little shade back and forth at one another, and they just agreed, you know what, sis, we gotta talk. Something is off about the two of us as of lately. I think we should talk. And so they do, you know, they decide that Issa's just gonna drop by on Thanksgiving for pie time. Condola and Lawrence, they're at Condola's house. She's getting ready for her Friendsgiving party. And when he walks in, because he come in there with his, and I'm thinking, does he have a key? Because he sure just walked in. She did not answer the door for him. So I'm assuming he got a key or something, which is crazy because she don't know him. But he come in there with the bag full of wine. And she, you know, looks surprised, kind of looks disappointed that he's there. Wasn't expecting him. I guess she didn't think he was going to really show up, you know. Molly's having Thanksgiving at her parents' house, and Issa and her brother, they walking up to their mama house. But, and their mama, I don't think, have we ever seen her mama on this show? Because I didn't know that it was Wendy Raquel. I didn't know that. Like, have we seen her on here before? I don't remember. But that's Issa's mom. And they got the stretcher outside and the ambulance out there. And their stepdad is on the gurney because, I don't know, I think he fell or something like that. He didn't hurt himself. So they had to take him to the hospital. And so Issa and her brother go do their own thing for Thanksgiving. Condola at the party, everybody's sitting around, everybody's talking and getting to know one another. And they, you know, her friends seem to like Lawrence. But she got this one friend, drunk Nikki, who is just drunk. She is so drunk. She is so drunk. So everything is flying out her mouth. She's saying everything. Lawrence gets up to go and, you know, refill glasses, and, you know, she comes along, drunk Nikki that is. And, you know, she's just talking to him. She's just like, you know what, you make my friend so happy right now. You know, like, I'm glad she did this. After the divorce, you know, she was in a rut. You know, she needed to let her hair down and have some fun. And that kind of stings Lawrence. It's like, fun? Like, I like this girl. I ain't just having fun. Like, I'm trying to build here. And while they're talking, he finds out that, while he was talking to the group, he finds out that Condola doesn't want to get married again. And I guess that's alarming to him. You know, he's never been married, so marriage is in his plans. But Condola's like, I'm not doing that again. So he got something to think about. Molly over there at her house, she got two brothers, one of whom the little brother, I'm assuming the brother with the pregnant girlfriend, that's the little boy from Ray. He played Little Ray in Ray. Sorry, I just be remembering faces. Anyway, he got a baby mama, I guess, and Molly gonna pull her brother to the side and say, you know, you got about 3 more months to bail. And it's like, why would you tell your brother to bail on his pregnant? Maybe she meant you don't have to be in the relationship. I took it as, bruh, you don't have to be the daddy. Like, you don't really have to father your child. You got 3 months to leave. Who says that? I don't know why we thought to write that in, but no, we're not perpetuating stereotypes around here. Issa, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh, and Molly mad at her dad. Guess her dad cheated on their mom way, way, way back in the day. And if your mama can't forgive, girl, you gonna have to let it go. Just like her brother told her. Excuse me. Her brother ended up telling her, heck was that? Like, it was like a hiccup and a belch all in one. Anyway, her brother got to pull her to the side. Like, girl, listen, Dad did what he needed to do. I got the hiccups. Dad did what he needed to do to make it right for the family. And you still harboring resentment. You're going to have to let it go. You're going to have to. So that we can enjoy this Thanksgiving. And she listened. She let her guard down a little bit. While everybody is in their respective places, because Kelly, she was hosting her aunts. Tiffany, her husband and the baby. Well, the baby wasn't here yet, but Tiffany and her husband, they're having their own Thanksgiving. Issa and her brother, they end up at a Mexican restaurant for dinner. And she finds out that it's going to be an hour wait. So she texts Molly, and just lets her know, Thanksgiving is going kind of crazy. My plans aren't going as planned. So I'm going to keep you updated on pie time. And Molly just texts back, do you, girl? Later on that night, though, Issa was in the wrong. But anyway, back at the Condola's house, her friend still in there talking too much. Issa and her brother, they finally sit down to eat. They eating, and they got the mariachi band come in. Is it mariachi? Mariachi band, I think. They come in, and they play a little Thanksgiving jig. and everybody's on, you know, they're recording, everybody's having a good time. Issa and her brother leave or whatever, and she's about to drop him off, and Molly and the family are sitting down playing the game. Lawrence and Condola, though, they have I guess you could say this is their first little spat, because they have a disagreement. You know, he lets her know, you know, what was said by her friend, and she tries to reassure him that that's not how she feels, that's not what she's doing, but he's still like, okay. And she's like, if anybody got to be worried about exes, it should be me. And she was like, well, no. He's like, I mean, I broke up with her. And she's like, okay. And he's like, she cheated. Like, I broke up with her. And he's like, yeah, and that's it. Had she not cheated, then what? Would y'all be broken up? And I'm like, no, they wouldn't. And Issa and her brother, they have a conversation about Lawrence as well, because she tells him that she saw them out and about, and, you know, he asked her how that went, and you know, she's like, I mean, I spoke, got my food and left. That's that. Then she dives in a little bit, and she feels a way about him even taking her out, because he never did that for her. Like, Issa bought the meals, Issa paid the bills. He was a bum. Just like his friend said, you were a bum. And Issa feel like this woman is reaping the benefits of what I did. Like, I got the potential and you got the prize. I'm over here with potential, you know, working it 5 years in, and you're the one that's getting the good parts of him when I got the bum. Great. Which is kind of, that's exactly how Taraji felt in Acrimony. Wait a minute now. Listen, I thought I was the dream. I thought we dreamt the dream together. And here it is playing out in front of me with you and the next girl. No, that just won't do. That just won't do. But anyway, Issa, when she drops her brother off, she tells him, you know, I'm about to go over here to Molly's house for some pie or whatever. And, you know, he's just like, y'all okay? Y'all good? And, you know, she tells him, it's just friend stuff, we'll be okay. She ends up, though, texting Molly and was just like, do you mind if we, you know, have this conversation another time? And Molly is just like, cool. Sure, why not? Lawrence is at home looking through everybody's stories. He looks at Kelly's story, looks at Tiffany and them's story, looks at Issa's story, and then sends the laughing emojis. And it ends out with the bubble scene, you know, the little 3 bubble. So she was about to respond. I don't know what's going to go down between them two, but I don't know. I'm excited. Let's get into episode 4. This one is low-key losing it. Issa's at home, and she gets this knock on the door, and she just gets bombarded by all the tenants because the water is off, and they just letting her have it. One of the tenants told her she worse than the people in Flint. Anyway, it's 1 month before the block party, and Molly is at home, and Andrew pops by. And, you know, she was working, but when he came, you know, he ain't trying to talk about work, none of that. He just want to get right to it. And they about to get right to it, and she still got work on her mind. He's like, girl, go ahead and finish your little paper, whatever it is you was in there doing. She's like, just give me like 10 minutes and I'll be right back. And 10 minutes turned into hours, because by the time she was finished, it was 1:42 a.m. And I thought the dude would have just left by then, but he was in there asleep. And, you know, of course, she go and wake him up with some loving. Issa, she's at home, and she get a call and answer the phone like she's an assistant. Issa D's office, how may I help you? Just a minute. Hello, this is Issa D. And she's like, whoever the person was on the phone, they were asking about her flyers. They need her to, you know, make a decision so that they can get started on them. And she's already texted Condola once about, you know, to proofread her flyer or whatever. And Condola hasn't responded. So then she just calls her, leaves her a message, and then texts her again. I just called you. And I don't know why people do that. Don't call me and text me. Because if I didn't answer my call, more than likely it's because I don't have the phone. Or I was ignoring you. Or, you know, I just couldn't talk at the time. So what makes you think I'm gonna call you automatically just because you text me right after that and said I called you? Anyway, Molly's at work, you know, with her other counterparts, her co-workers. They all black women. And they're, you know, working on a case. They all decide to cancel plans and they just gonna dive into more work. Molly had plans with Andrew and just texted him and canceled them. She didn't have to, but she did. She don't know how to prioritize. Work is up here. Work is over everything. Over everything. And then comes everything else in her life. Issa and Molly, they pulling up to Tiffany house to go visit Tiffany because Tiffany done had the baby. And Issa got there first. You know how you see your parallel parking space? You drive up past the spot, you know, if there's a car in front of you, you neck and neck with the car so you can back in it. That's what Issa did, and Molly gonna come up from behind and try to take the spot. And so they backing up, and Issa's like, "Oh, I'm about to leave, or I'm about to head in, or I'm about to head out," or something she said. But Molly, I guess, felt like, I don't know what Molly was thinking. Molly ended up with the parking spot though. Anyway, but they in the house. Power, don't you do it. Anyway, Issa, while she's walking to Tiffany's house, she gets a call from, why are these flickering like this? She gets a call from Nathan, of all people. And he leaves her a message. He done seen the flyers for her block party. You know, he just congratulating her. Like, girl, you really did that. You doing the damn thing. Like, I remember when you was, you know, when we thought of this, because I think they thought of it together. But yeah, he's like, congratulations. You know, you ain't got to hit me back or nothing. I just wanted to call you and congratulate you. But yeah, they at Tiffany house helping her with, you know, put stuff together. You know, they're visiting the baby or whatever. Lawrence is up there with the baby and Tiffany's husband, and the rest of the girls are downstairs. When everybody leaves to go see the baby because she wakes up, Kelly stays in there and Issa stays, and because they're folding clothes. And Issa, you know, kind of confides in Kelly, like, has Molly talked to you about anything lately? Like, it's kind of been weird between us. And Kelly, you know, she's kind of just being a listening ear. She don't really give no advice on what she should do. She's just a listening ear, pretty much. While they're in there talking, Lawrence walks in, and Lawrence sees her, and he's like, I'll talk to you outside. Come here, I'll talk to you outside. And so they go outside to talk. Molly and Tiffany are upstairs with the baby, and Molly looks out the window and sees that Issa and Lawrence are down there talking, and she kind of giving this look like, she down there talking about, I'm gonna turn into the old Molly, and she down there being the old Issa doing old stuff too. It's like, Molly, shut up. Just stop. Just stop, okay? Because you do run people away. All the men, you're going to find something wrong. You're going to find some form of a deal breaker, and then that's that. Or you're going to push too hard. You know, like she was with Andrew. Let it flow. Please, Molly. Same thing, Tiffany, vague. She don't really get into it, you know, because Tiffany and Kelly are the close one, and then Molly and Issa. But, you know, she's just a listening ear as well. And just says, you know, she feels like the lines of communication have dropped. They just should talk. They're going to have a conversation in order for, you know, them to understand the other person. Issa and Lawrence are outside talking, and they're really just out there still telling jokes and really just shooting the breeze. It ain't even nothing. And while they're talking, she gets a phone call. She mentions that she, was trying to reach Condola. And Lawrence, like, kind of looks, he's like, speaking of her, I've been to talk to you about something. And before he can get it all out, before he can get it out at all, she gets a she gets a phone call. Her headliner, Schoolboy Q, he done dropped out. So that's that. Now she don't have no headliner for her block party. She's worried about that, of course. And, he's just like, hit me back whenever you can. Ain't no rush. Ain't no big deal. Handle your business. And, so Issa goes in there, she has to leave. And Molly's like, because Lawrence ends up leaving too. So what you thought, they left together? Stupid. Molly is just... Anyway. Now Issa is on the hunt for a new artist. So she calling everybody she can. Just calling everybody she knows. And she finally thinks that she got somebody. No, wait, I'm jumping the gun. She was calling everybody and couldn't find nobody. No luck that time. Molly, she's on a date with Andrew. They having dinner. And, she started, I was thinking that we would have dinner. And then afterwards we would go here. And then afterwards we can do this. And then afterwards. And he's like, kind of made plans with the boys. And she's like, but it's date night. He's like, I didn't know what your plans would be. You always got something to do, sis. How was I supposed to know? So, of course, she annoyed now, of course, because Molly is always annoyed by something she put into motion. You the one been flaking on him for days. And now, all of a sudden, you got time. So, now he got to drop stuff for you? No, because he offered, I'll call my boy and I can't. No, don't bother. Girl. Like Issa said, don't turn into the old Molly because you about to lose Andrew. He's paying attention to what you're doing. Let me hurry up. Phone about to die. Molly, she's back at work. Issa calls her and Issa's like, hey, girl, I'm so glad I got you on the phone. I really need to talk to you. Do you have a minute? And Molly's like, you know what? Me too. And Molly is getting ready to like dive in on what's weighing heavy on her heart. And Issa's like, I'm so sorry, girl, but this will just take a minute. Do you happen to know anybody that's an artist? But anyway, she wants Molly to ask Andrew for a contact because he works at a record label out there in LA. And Molly agrees to bring it up, to mention it, but she doesn't. She shows up to Andrew's house and they talk or whatever. And it's about to get hot and heavy and all of that. They have a good time. And she sneaks off to the phone to call. Sneaks off to the bathroom to call Issa. And she calls her and Issa's like, so what did he say? How did it go? And Molly was like, I haven't asked him yet. And I don't think that I am. Sorry, sis. Like, I just can't do it like this. I don't want to ruin it. Like, I really like this guy and I don't want to step on his toes pretty much. So, yeah, she ain't going to ask. So, that's just that. And I'm sure that was upsetting to Issa because she was just sitting there left, still without an artist. I don't know what's going to happen between the two of them. Molly, with that situation, she should have said to Issa from the jump, that's all you calling me for? Girl, no, I'm not doing that. You can ask him, no, I'll give you Andrew's contact and you can call him. That's what she should have done. Instead, you told the girl you was going to ask her, so now she hopeful. And then you call her back like, sorry, girl, I'm not going to be able to do it. They both have their ways, but I'm more so on Issa's side in all of this because Molly is just, her personality just wouldn't mesh with mine. No. Anyway, that was it for that. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you guys later. Peace and light.